Alright, what's up, YouTube Nation? Thank y'all for tuning in for another installment of Mr. Truth D Hurt's Realer Than Real Life channel. This is a channel where we're going to debate on every issue that goes on, from the Iraq war and how people how we're going against a whole nation of people who didn't really do anything to us, and we know it, but we're too scared to stand up about it. Also about how I have no problem with Mr. Obama. First, let me say that Obama is he's trying his best with the resources that he has left after Bush left out. But a lot of people ended up voting for Barack Obama based on skin color alone. I have heard change and all of that. We not supposed to elect the president based on skin color alone, people. I mean, who knows his politics? Before the election, I went around my neighborhood and everything. Who you voting for? Oh, I'm voting for Barack Obama. Oh, all right, what's he gonna do for you? I don't know, but he's black and we need change. Anybody but Bush, huh? This guy could have been Bush's best friend. And right now, he came into office with the nation at a huge deficit. And his solution to the problem was to spend even more money. Does that make sense, people? I mean, I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing. So we ended up, let's say, $400 billion. That's what we was in debt. And then he came in with our dollar in crisis already. And then he came in right after that and printed another $800 billion, thinking that that's what was going to save our country. It actually has made it worse over time, but people just don't want to realize that yet. People don't want to admit the truth yet. Another thing that has happened is our war is supposed to be ending. I understand that you can't just pull people out all of a sudden and leave a country in turmoil with the way that we went in there, when we took over things. But at the same time, if you're going to tell people that the war is going to be over and all that, why am I still watching the news of American soldiers over there doing this and that and people getting killed, and you're sending 200 and 300,000 more troops over there, instead of saying, okay, today we bought out 15,000 troops, tomorrow we going to bring out X amount of troops. I haven't heard any of that yet. Another issue that I have that I must speak on is everybody fell for the "it's time for change," oh, we'll take anybody but another white person mentality. Everybody went for that. The media and everybody puts it in our head and everybody just goes for the hype. The issue with that is Barack Obama has preached change. But notice, he hasn't helped anybody in a situation like mine, anybody that lives in the poor communities. So far, all I've seen him do was bail out huge billion-dollar companies and people that own 200, 300, and $400,000 houses. Not one time have I heard him mention anything about saving the housing projects. Not one time have I heard him say, okay, now out of that $800 billion, we're going to go down here and we're going to help finish up cleaning up after Katrina. You know what I mean? His ideals is the government taking over business. His ideas is keeping the rich people rich, because he feels like if the rich people stop buying Bentleys and jets or 8 and 12 cars at a time, then our whole economy is going to go down. Not realizing that the poor community or the less than average community are the ones that's really keeping the country running. I mean, I understand why he want to keep the car companies around, because they employ, let's say, hundreds of thousands of people. But at the same time, some companies are going to have to fail. You can't save everybody, and you can't save a country by spending as much money as possible. There's certain things that you must do, like, for instance, the legalizing marijuana. Some people will be opposed to it, and it's not understandable from my point of view. I won't even say that it's understandable, but on other people's point of views, I guess I say I have to take a seat and actually listen to their ideals on the situation. People right now, people are able to go to a liquor store, and they're able to go to a gas station, and they're able to buy cigarettes and beer from the ages of 21 on down. You can do that. It's possible. No matter how much you legalize it or illegalize it, keep it illegal. Kids are gonna get a hold of it. Kids are going to use it. All that you're doing by keeping marijuana illegal is making it even more accessible and less regulated for the kids to get to. Everybody from the DEA, FBI, everybody has said that this war on drugs is the war that we're losing. We're not saying legalize crack and cocaine and heroin and all that because we can't fight it. No, but put all your resources into that and leave the marijuana alone, because everybody knows it's just a relaxing drug, and it's also a drug that helps those honestly with AIDS and cancer and everything. And even your own doctors, the doctors that you paid to go to school, the doctors that paid to go to school, have even admitted the same thing themselves. Now, if you guys can't take their word for it, then us as patients, why should we even believe what they're saying? To be honest with you, I mean, if we have doctors saying that medical marijuana is better for them than Percocet, which is being hugely abused, you can tell it's a problem, because now they have drug campaign commercials for the weed man not being able to get any sales because the parents are the ones giving it to him right out of the medicine cabinet. Percocet, oxycodone, oxycontin, all of that is being abused right now. I have seen the horrible side effects and addictions that these prescription drugs that are legal have done to people, and how it has ruined people's lives. Marijuana has never done any of that. You can't show me not one person that has overdosed or died on marijuana, and they know this. That's why they never try to address it, But they're quick to say, "Go ahead, go ahead and take all the Percocet you want to. You'll just overdose and die." Look at the horrible tragedy that happened to the guy that played the Joker in Batman. He ends up having to stay up all this time, and he gets a hold of all these prescription pills and ends up mixing them. It's a toxic mix, and boom, look what happens. But if he would have did the same thing on marijuana, he would have smoked a joint real quick, he would have got high, he would have fell asleep, and he would have woke up the next morning. These are all the things that could be avoided, but that the government doesn't really want to avoid. And it's honestly getting ridiculous right now, because it's costing a lot of people their lives, and it's costing our government a whole lot of money. Keeping marijuana illegal isn't doing anything but costing us billions of dollars on both ends, from fighting the war on it to making the drug dealers themselves billions of dollars. Everybody knows it's tens of billions of dollars. They're making tens of billions of dollars a year. So you keeping it illegal is letting our kids still go out and smoke it. I mean, it's so easily accessible no matter what you do. We're still going to go out, we're going to find it, and we're going to smoke it. Another thing is, the drug dealers themselves are gonna, no matter you lock this guy up, next week there's gonna be another guy right in his place to do it. Everybody knows. So what you're doing is spending billions of dollars to lock one guy up just to make another organization or whatever another few billions of dollars. When instead of spending the money, you can actually be making the money, regulating it a little more, and it wouldn't be such of a big issue anymore. I mean, these are things that I think people themselves need to think about, and people need to campaign for, because that's honestly one lucrative business right there that can help us come out of this rut that we're in. It can also help start up a whole lot of jobs, So that's something that we should consider. Another thing that we need to consider is our religious beliefs, man. These companies are starting to fail because